Hey guys, Josh Carter here with One Objective. In today's video, we're going to talk about the River2Sea Whopper Plopper 90 and the Choppo 90 by Berkley. Alright guys, like I said, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Whopper Plopper and the Choppo. And a lot of people, there's been some arguments about Choppo taking River2Sea's design, but I'm going to be honest with you, after kind of testing it, and like you see in this video in a little while, there is some little differences that make the Choppo, I think, a little bit better than the River2Sea. And I love River2Sea. I've caught a lot of smallmouth off this bait in the rivers. I've caught a lot of fish off the lakes with it. But after testing this bait out, I have really fallen in love just with the sound that this bait has. Now, when you look at both baits here, as you can see, it doesn't look like a whole lot of difference. But in the grand scheme of things, when you get down to the actual action and castability, there is some differences. As you can see in the Choppo, this right here has a little bit more of a cut in the tail of it. It's a little bit longer cut, a little bit longer tail, but it's got more of a J cut in it, as you can see right there. Go over to River2Sea bait, it doesn't have that big of a cut, that big of a pocket, shall I say. And the actual, right here, you can see it's got a small little J cut, but it's not as aggressive as the Choppo by Berkley. Now that, when you hear it in just a little bit, will make it, it's got a lot deeper plop to it, a lot deeper sound, tone to it. When it comes down to the actual look of the bait, from the head, all that looks the same until you get back here to the back. It's kind of got a shorter, it's got a real steep taper here. And on the Whopper Plopper, as you can see, it kind of evenly goes on out to a point to where the tail is at. This one here has a little bit more meat behind the tail. When it comes to length, the Choppo is just a little bit longer, and I mean barely different when it comes to the length of the bait. The one big thing to me though, when it comes to anybody that throws a Whopper Plopper, knows that sometimes the hookup rate can be a little low when it comes to smallmouth fishing. So I've always changed my hooks to the Mustad triple grips. Now the thing with the Whopper Plopper though, it already comes with bigger hooks. I just changed to a better hook. The Choppo has a smaller hook on it. So I would probably go and put the Mustad triple grips and go to the next size up. That way you got a little bit more meat there to hang into the fish, so you ain't got such a small hook there. And the last thing that I have seen that is probably a difference is when it comes to color and the paint that they use. The River2Sea's got more of a glossy color to it. A lot of their colors have more of a gloss color to it, even their sexy shads and bone. This is like the bone color here. But the thing with the Choppo, the couple ones that I got, it's more of a flat finish. It's got a more flatter paint, flatter finish to it. Other than that, I don't see a big difference in. The biggest key to me when it comes to picking a bait between the Choppo and the River2Sea is the tail. It's got a little bit deeper tone to it, and that's probably about the biggest game changer to me when it comes to this style bait. Alright guys, well, I hope that you liked the little review I did with the Choppo. Just kind of tell you how I like to throw them. Get this hook out of my hand. But I like to use the Falcon Jason Christie frogging rod. I have found that with the 90s, I can get a really long cast. It's got a great backbone, but it's also got that little extra tip to help you really sling it out there, but also get a good hook set. I mean, fishing rivers and stuff like that, especially with smallmouth, you want something a little bit softer tip that you can keep them on when they're jumping, and that Falcon rod lined up with a Revo SX with a 6:4 gear ratio is key to me, and that's how I like to have everything set up. So you can check everything out in the bottom in the comments. I'll have links to everything that I've used in this video. Please, if you don't mind, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button at the bottom so you can get an alert when we got a new video out. And also, please give us a comment if you've tested or used any of these. Let us know which one you like and some pros and cons that you have with these baits. Guys, we'll talk to you later. See you next time.